Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux for another weekly news roundup. We actually have some Linuxy stuff in the news roundup this week. Be kind of fun. All right, let's see. We got Not Gary. How's it going there? Who uses Bing? A whole lot of people who might need to correct themselves a little bit there. Anthony McDonald uses Bing occasionally. Like to see their photo of the day and the news headlines. You can get different results for searches if Google is filtering something. There you go. Anthony McDonald's always using DuckDuckGo as the main search. Back in the 90s, 11 application was getting popular for Google. Had a database that was unveiled to modify when you did a search, it would pull up everything it found. Then you'd click a button and you'd go to all of the results to tell if that page still exists and was active. Very interesting. Well, the start page has a, it has like a proxy feature that I guess would be similar to that. Yeah, the McDonald's says, ruh-roh. Yes, because Bing is being annoying, and so is Firefox over on the Mac. All right, let's see. Quint Berkeley, how's it going there? KO2610, your number has been called. Mirora, how's it going there? Early, you think? Yeah, for me it was late yesterday. I think I finally closed up my office at 3:30. That's actually on the late side for me even. Kind of shocking, but it is what it is. Let's see. Hello, Braylon. Greetings. Super chat's in. Thank you. Just paying for October use of your ad blocker. Why, thank you. Always appreciate that. Yeah, I run the ad blockers until after the election. Like the day or two after the election, then I'll pull the ad blocker off my computer. But I cannot stand seeing all the political ads. I don't care which candidate it's for. I do not want to see political ads. We need to go back to the days when the political ads were about what you're running on, not how bad your opponent is. I mean, really. Anyway, glad we have more bad Tesla news. I need someone to convince my friend who likes Teslas how bad they are. Oh, yeah, we got some good stuff in. The old chair. Yeah, the kitty stole the old chair. Mitchell, how's it going there? Joseph, greetings. Main PC has gone through some significant changes. I have retried the NVIDIA GPU, switched to Intel HD graphics, no longer running Linux Mint. There you go. All right, what are you running now? Looks like Arch and MX Linux. All right, both on Plasma. Linux, MX Linux is now Linux Mint's successor, is the default home distro. My Windows 8.1 partition is now gone. All right. Let's see. Keegan, greetings. Just finished Cisco's Intro to Cybersecurity course for extra credit. Very good. Very good. Recent video shuttering issues on Ubuntu-based distros and NVIDIA issues with Linux have caused the changes. I've had enough with NVIDIA. No longer run AAA games, so the CPU is not needed. Thank you again, Mirora, for the ad blocker support. Always appreciate that. Laptop had several bad updates and a hard freeze on Kubuntu, and we'll be dropping that. It will likely be running Manjaro, XFCE, or LXDE. Hello, Tom Slick here, looking slick today. Friday Night Lights with Tom and the Kitty. There you go. Use DuckDuckGo for around 80% of the searching needs. I use Quant as an alternative and Google only as a last resort. Dan Kelly, greetings to you. Our search engine I like is Djibouti. I've never heard of that one. Google results like start page. You can select to see the results that Google censors. Ooh, that's fun. Like you can actually get pictures of mobs when you search for mobs on the pictures. The super chat and avoid the ads completely. There you go. And that's a appropriate thing to do. So, Kali Linux on a VM. Very good. Mint is easy and stable. All right. We are monitoring over on Discord as well. So if you are not on the Discord server and you would like to be, I'm going to drop the link in here. Oop, I almost typed in the link for my other channel. There we are. Got it that time. Got it. All right, well, we have four news sections. We're still not doing dystopian news, but we have some fun COVID crap mixed throughout a little bit because it's just becoming so pervasive on our culture. It's becoming insane. Of course, our county right now is considered like in the top 5 fastest growing places in the country for the pandemic. That's what happens when you move 40,000 people into your town and insist that 1% of them get a test every single day. What do you think you're going to find when you go digging for gold? We have zero symptomatic cases, zero hospitalizations from that. The school district finally looked at the information and said, no, we're going back to school. Like, all this is, like, it's the college. Nobody's calling nonsense on it yet. Someone needs to go out and actually start demanding and seeing the information on a test, because I believe we're going to have an NFL situation. I believe the first time somebody says, all right, something doesn't look right, we're going to look into this, and they're going to come in and like drop over half of those out of our county. I guarantee it, if somebody does something. And I actually did some research into the testing company we're using. It tests antigens. They test antigens, not the virus itself. It's like, yeah, all right. So it's like, it's all, yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. Per yesterday's StreamYard failure with 4 people. We use StreamYard on a Saturday show I do. I do a Saturday show with some Christian gentlemen. If you are interested in that, shoot me a message and I'll get you information on that. I think he's streaming on Twitch. We might actually, this week, we might go Twitch, DLive, and one other place. I forget where the last one is, but we do some Christian discussions over there. Anyway, back to this. The only bad thing about DuckDuckGo is the image search kind of sucks. I completely agree with that. Several Ubuntu-based distros, including Element 20 on live USBs, and all of them had YouTube videos stutter. Interesting. Yeah, I've had that before on live USBs. I've not had that as much on real hardware. And so check it on real hardware. I think there's something about the read-write on the USBs that's doing that. Although I can't imagine anything's reading and writing to the drive, but I have myself noticed that testing on USBs. Let's see. It caused laptop locking up during video. Pandemic is real, but use your brain. Well, I mean, I disagree, pandemic. There is a virus that is going around. Pandemic, I'm not convinced yet. I'll be convinced of a pandemic when I start seeing people dying in the streets and the bodies piling up somewhere, but we haven't seen any of that. I know there's been some people like, they're bringing in trucks to store the dead bodies. That stuff was debunked. You know, New York has a big place for all these bodies. No, they've always had a big place for all the bodies. It's called indigent deaths, all right? All that stuff predates COVID. Yes, there is a real virus. Yes, there's a segment of the population needs to be careful with it, but there is not a massive, huge thing that the majority of people need to be super concerned about. I'll say super concerned about. All right, let's go ahead and dive on into the news. We're going to go ahead and start with our privacy news. I'm not sure what this stupid video is doing. Can I stop this stupid thing? Thank you. You're getting annoying. All right, and what is our affiliate for the day? There we are. All right, now, first and foremost, before we start, my apologies if you sent me videos and I did not get them in. We had like 45 news articles to whittle down to get into an appropriate length show. So I generally only keep the up to 6 or 7 articles, and so a lot of news got thrown out. So my apologies if I did not get your favorite news articles. I did look at and consider everything that was sent to me, but I kind of whittled it down to the best of the best. But I think that what I whittled down to, we're going to have a really good show. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup here on Switch to Linux. This is the Privacy Edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to catch the show live, make sure you're still subscribed if you think you might be. They've been doing some weird things with the algorithms again. Or follow along on some of the social media platforms if you are interested in making sure you have an extra notification. Anyway, let's dive on into the privacy news. First and foremost, companies can track your phone movements to target ads. This, of course, is really nothing new. But as iOS and even Google to a degree have been making it a little bit harder for these types of tracking to occur, there is one new company that has come out recently that their entire focus is to utilize all of the sensors on your phone to do everything that they could possibly do. So they want to randomly crap. I mean, they're literally open about it. We're going to randomly take pictures. We're going to randomly turn on your microphone. We're going to randomly turn on your Bluetooth to test where you are. We're going to use your accelerometer to see if you're walking or running or stationary or whatever else. They're not even really being hidden about it at this point, and I think that the reason is they have worn us down to the point where we're not even willing to sit down and like have a conscious brain anymore. We're just like, hey, it's convenient, let's use it, rather than actually sit down and say, okay, no, there's no reason this application needs to have all of these things, so I'm going to deny it. When's the last time you guys watching this have actually looked at the requirements for the application before actually downloading it? In other words, is it a video game that needs your camera, your microphone, your contact list, everything else about your phone, your device ID, etc., 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 to play a game? Might be a little bit of cellular overreach, we'll call it. This company is called Number 8. I'm not sure why Number 8 happens to be it, but they say their product is a context prediction software. The tool helps apps infer user activity based on data from smartphone sensors, whether they're running or seated near a park or museum, driving or riding a train. Most smartphones have internal components that can record data on their movements. So, compasses, all these types of things. Literally, these phones have so many things in it, and they're not even being hidden about it. They're collecting all of the data to sell it, to market to different companies. So, hey, that's exciting, isn't it? All right. Next, Facebook. This is a good thing Facebook's doing. It's 2020, guys. Don't worry. It's 2020. Facebook always, Facebook has to be doing good things because it's 2020, for crying out loud. All right. So Facebook will let people claim ownership of images and issue takedown requests. So if somebody posts your image online, you could actually request they take it down. But it's Facebook. Who knows? No, they're going to let people take more control over the images they own and where they end up. So mostly it deals with snapping photos around, like, hey, your selfie at the beach, your selfie in jail after you weren't wearing a mask at the beach, whatever else is going on. I think that, never mind. We're not going to go there right now. But anyway, you upload a photo, some people want to take it and move it around. Basically now Facebook properties can track where those photos go and issue takedown requests. Not a bad thing overall, but I think that there's possibly going to be a little bit of abuse on those as well. Of course, Facebook, while they're doing things like this, is also telling the EU, if you don't stop finding us, we might just pull out of Europe. So now Facebook is going to pin the people against the government. Well, this will be fun, won't it? Let's see if Facebook can single-handedly cause a war between the citizens versus the country. You've got to stop and let us have Facebook. We can't live without Facebook. Facebook. Because that's the kind of stuff that tends to happen, isn't it? So the European regulators keep on adding more things that they want to do. So they're cracking down on Facebook's ability to transfer data across the Atlantic. So it deals with people having Facebook profiles over in EU nations and then that data being stored on servers in the United States because Facebook is an American company. Tech giant is threatening to pull the services from 400 million European users. Okay, do you guys think they're bluffing or not? I think this is more of a bluff. I think that Facebook can probably afford to pay the fines EU will issue as a cost of doing business rather than lose the revenue caused by 400 million people, which I imagine the revenue is a lot. You guys, let me know what you think about that, because that's definitely an interesting idea, an interesting concept. All right, before we get into the last three articles, we will highlight my affiliate of the day is Pro Writing Aid. And I like Pro Writing Aid and was attracted to this because at the time I found this, Grammarly was still collecting a whole lot of data. They've since changed their tune lately. But Pro Writing Aid from the very beginning has always been privacy focused. They founded their company not wanting to collect your data, just making sure that you have good grammar. You can get a monthly subscription to their services for $20, a yearly subscription for $63 with my affiliate code there, it's $79 without, or a lifetime of $239. And my coupon code there, tlm.li/PWA, gets you 20% off the yearly or the lifetime. There is a LibreOffice extension. I did check, though. I believe it is only functional for the Windows and for the Mac. So if you're on Windows or Mac writing on LibreOffice, this will work for you. On Linux, I don't believe it is. And the reason I didn't know that is I generally use Language Tool on the Linux systems for the writing computer, although I use Pro Writing Aid for some things in the office. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive on back to our last couple articles here. We have a couple Amazon articles. Amazon, okay, your Echo smart speaker may help Amazon build its Bluetooth-based sidewalk network. We talked about this a few months ago, but they released more data and information. So the idea is, you guys know what the Square, or is it, it's called Tile. So it's a little Bluetooth beacon type device you can throw on something. Like you miss your unicorn, hey Alexa, order unicorn meat, confirm. Then you can put your Tile on it, and then if you lose it somewhere, if somebody goes within proximity and has their Bluetooth on, which you shouldn't be doing, but it will ping back where the location of your device happens to be. Well, Amazon wants to basically build a giant network that it always knows where everything is at all times, and this is terrifying. But what they're going to do is, now that they have us completely addicted like crack cocaine to their Amazon products, including the Amazon, hey Alexa, order me unicorn meat, confirmed, and the Ring. And in the smart section news this week, you're going to see the latest Ring thing. It even got people on The Verge against it. I don't know how you manage that, but we put that in a different section. But anyway, what they're doing is they are now adding the sidewalk code to updates on various Alexa speakers, Ring devices, any of the Amazon smart home products. And the idea is to build a shortwave Bluetooth network that's perpetually connected. And they want this big enough to be able to track pretty much any product anywhere based upon the number of people utilizing these various devices. And then they can track anything on their sidewalk network. And how much do you want to bet that some of the devices that we have will end up on the sidewalk network, whether we want them there or not? I know some of you guys out there are saying I'm too paranoid, but you know what? The reason I am this paranoid, where's my hat, is because we have to take a stand now. Because at the time you realize the dangers of all this data out there, it is too late to do anything about it. We have to be cautious. We have to be cautious. We have some more detail directly from a press release on Amazon Alexa there. And this guy here, they're basically just talking about, first we announced the vision for Amazon Sidewalk, a neighborhood network designed to help customer devices work better, both at home and beyond the front door. Oh, the other thing, by the way, it doesn't just work as Tile. I forgot about it until I was just reading that intro again. All of your various smart devices that you might carry around, like maybe your smart watches and your smart Amazon glasses and all these different things, they will continuously work feeding off of other people's internet connections. They're like, nobody's going to be able to see the internet connections, but I have to still wonder, in a place of data caps, is this not a concern that the neighbor walking by your house can ping onto your network to ping data back to Amazon servers? That's a little bit too dystopian for me. You can call me paranoid if you want, but that's insane. All right. Amazon Sidewalk uses Bluetooth low energy, BLE, a 900 megahertz spectrum, and other frequencies to simplify new device setup, extend low bandwidth networking range of devices, and help devices stay online and up to date, even if they are outside the range of home Wi-Fi. Great. How wonderful. So we prepare to launch Amazon Sidewalk later this year. We are announcing several new steps toward realizing our vision for customers and developers. We're teaming up with IoT silicone companies. We are releasing details on the privacy and security protection of Sidewalk. Hey guys, security and privacy, yeah, it's going to get hacked. The data is going to leak. It's going to be crazy. And we are embarking on a new proof of concept with American Red Cross to demonstrate the possibilities. Oh God, now they're getting the Red Cross involved. I don't know. All right, on to our feature story today. Bing user data was exposed. So if you've ever watched the old documentary, Terms and Conditions May Apply, definitely worth watching if you can. They talk about a story of, it was a writer for one of these popular TV shows, and he would be doing internet searches for, like, you know, how to kill your wife, how to hide a dead body and things, because he's a screenwriter for like a horror suspense show, right? So he's always having to come up with writing stuff. So he's over here doing like Google searches for all these things related to like murder. And then right in the middle of it, he searches for steak and potatoes because that's what they were having that night, right? And so they come in and they're like, yeah, we've de-anonymized you based upon the data and search criteria. Well, all of that type of data that they use to de-anonymize people there just leaked out for Bing users. Locations, search terms, sites visited. This is tied to the unique device identifier. So if you're wondering why I'm so concerned about things like operating systems, like we covered, Zorin does this with a unique device identifier. I don't think Ubuntu uses the unique device identifier. I looked at another one recently that did the same thing. You have these distros in the Linux world that's like, well, it's a unique device identifier. Yeah, that unique device identifier can be used to de-anonymize you in certain circumstances. That's why it's so concerned. So this report had 3 different types of anonymous data. It had a, what's called AD-ID, which appears to be unique for a Microsoft account. So this ID tracks your phone back to a logged in Microsoft account. Number 2, it contains the device ID, and number 3, a device hash. 3 separate pieces of information about your device. It contains your operating system, your device model, phone or tablet model, a partial list of URLs from visitors visited from the site list, coupon data such as timestamps of when a coupon code was copied or auto-applied, the Firebase notification tokens, the exact time the search was executed, location coordinates. If location permission was enabled on the app, a precise location within 500 meters was included within the data set. While coordinates exposed aren't precise, they still give a relatively small perimeter where the user is located. By simply copying them onto Google Maps, you could easily track them down to the owner of the phone. In other words, your bedroom window. Search terms in clear text, including the ones entered in private mode. And if they did have to do this one, searches for baddie stuff was found in the database, and the terms search queries entered by the predators looking for baddie stuff, the website and the websites they visited following the search. What moron is used? Never mind. I don't even want to know. All right, but anyway, this, of course, was tied to the apps on the phone. So if you're just on Bing.com or something, I don't believe that you are affected by this. But if you're using any of the apps, it all leaked out, baby. It all leaked out. Yay. So let me know what you think about this and the other stories in the comments down below. Alrighty. I tried actual Linux Mint 20 Inferno OS installs. Still video stuttering. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't have video stuttering here. I've seen that on my AMD what's in that? It's an AMD A8800, I think, is what is in my Arch computer. Arch does not stutter on videos. Some of the Ubuntu and Debian-based ones have in the past. But usually that was more tied to there. I have a Linux Mint on an SSD that does not stutter. And that's 18.3. I run MX Linux on my main work laptop since it can handle whatever I throw at it. Yep. Bing Lust Edition. There you go. Even Linux Mint 19.3 was stuttering on videos. All right. Stuttering in Ubuntu derivatives solved by switching from earbuds to a USB headset. I don't know why it worked. Interesting. Okay, could be YouTube memory leak on Ubuntu. Yeah, I don't know. Space aliens quarantined our solar system because it's stupid. Yeah, it's not surprised. Use MX for critical tasks and Arch Linux for using the latest and greatest KDE stuff. Plasma 520 will be released in 2 weeks. Joe, how's it going, Joe? If you want to see how your social media manipulates you, then watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix. All right. MX software is a bit outdated with less features, but more stable. There's actually, though, there is the Debian backports in MX software. If you enable that, you are going to get some of the latest software in there. So if you are running MX and need the latest software, check the backports. So if you boot up the MX Linux software, look for the backports tab, and you should be able to find newer versions of stuff. Facebook doing 1984 BS, yeah. Remove Facebook from EU, yeah. Alternative Facebook, none, yeah. 2020, the year of the great Facebook war. So much has happened this year. Nothing can surprise me anymore. Manjaro 21 with 20.1 with Plasma 5.19.5. Loving it so far. Been 2 weeks on it as of Sunday. Very cool. I gotta throw... I need to install Plasma on my Arch system. I think I want to do that. Like, I don't have an intention of changing the Arch system anytime soon, but I'm getting sick of Cinnamon on that system. Just because of the way I use that particular computer. I think Plasma will be better. I like Cinnamon for all my regular production stuff, but I don't do production over there. I do more multimedia type stuff, like watching videos and things like that. Stop sending data across the Atlantic instead. Send across the Pacific. There you go. They're just going to reroute it through China on the way. All right, fine. We're not going to send it across the Atlantic. Beijing, cross Pacific. There you go. Had some stutters on certain YouTube channels and attribute it to YouTube itself, not hardware. Turn the Verge against them. Impressive, yeah. It's not a Facebook. It's a it was a Ring thing. Whoa. Was that there? Where did I put that article? I don't know. There's an article coming up. I think I have it in the wrong section. We're going to leave it where it is, though. Amazon is a last-ditch effort on an item if I'm after, and pray that there's another ditch to be dug. Yeah, I actually, like, because it's 2020 and crazy stuff is going on, and I'm sorry, I refuse to enter secular Sharia and wear a mask. I will only shop in stores that do not care if I wear one or not. So fortunately, there's a little hardware store, that dry goods type store, a small family-owned place, which is cool that I look for stuff there. If I need it and can't find it there, I'll order on Amazon. Sorry, I'll enrich Jeff Bezos for a while, I guess. Until the local businesses start standing up to the city council, then that's it. But when they stood up to the city council, they tend to get stuff done. Should be a choice. Should be a choice. What happened to my body, my choice? Come on, guys. Come on. Kernel updates back, causing reboot issues. Sidewalk won't work too well in the country. Yeah, probably not. Fire, fire, fire. Greetings, Moonbase Alpha Grays. I had to fix the trackball. Could not fly the ship. All right, well, glad the ship's back. Zoran asked if you want to disable the device ID when installing. Yes, you do have the option to disable it now. Bing search, install Google Chrome. There you go. Just wondered why trackballs are more expensive than a mouse. I realized just an upside down mouse. Yeah. It's bigger, I guess. How do we secure our data? I'm going to Bing it real quick. I miss coming to these streams and hanging out. You still got the alien man? I got the alien man. He's over there. Right now, this year in 2020, we are running the unicorn and the unicorn meat. That's what we got running this year. So, you know, don't be turning on an Alexa near me, because you're going to have yourself a boatload of unicorn meat. Hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat, confirm. And the unicorn's name is Alexa. It was Alexa, the unicorn. But greetings, Ryan. How are you doing? Yeah, I had the alien, but the alien doesn't come over here because alien plus green screen equals a floating set of eyeballs. Okay. Please don't throw the biggest balls at all of them. Let's see. Get screen tearing with videos with Ubuntu distros. All right. Funny guide to install a Mint or another distro on a USB. I have 2 Pop! OS family members and an experimental USB where I install random stuff. There you go. Awesome. Only difference is that I have USB enabled on VB because of my computer. So there you go. Running KDE version on Manjaro. Yes. Arch with KDE Plasma. So I'll be installing the machine tomorrow. Could not find Plasma 517 on MX backports. Yeah. Guess not everything's there. Okay, let's see. I have a kitty down here. What's up, kitty cat? What? I'm about to jump into another news section. We have news to do, kitty cat. We got to do the corporatocracy news. What's my affiliate here? Oh, okay. Apparently we have a lot of news over here. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you missed the show, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, or follow along on one of these social media platforms to learn when I'm posting new videos. Anyway, let's get on into the business news. First, we have an update. If you guys remember the bloody pig mask case where the eBay the eBay guys were stalking and harassing a small magazine publisher because they were saying unflattering things about them. Yeah, they all decided to plead guilty about it. We did the whole video about this. You know, they did all sorts of things like, you know, how to cope with your spouse's death, sending that to the people. All sorts of other weird stuff that they did to try and aggravate and intimidate a publisher. Yeah, it didn't go well for them. Anyway, Microsoft purchases Bethesda Softworks, which is a big gaming company, as most of you guys know, and I had to look it up because I'm not a video gamer, but we got Doom, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, all sorts of stuff is now a Microsoft company. Anyway, so Doom, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and more will become Microsoft properties. That's probably good news for you guys wanting to buy Xboxes. They'll probably be out for those sooner. They'll find some way to make it better for you Xbox users than you PlayStation users. That's what it's called, right? I mean, that's how out of touch I am. Guys, last time, I still have an Xbox. Which one is it? Is it an Xbox 360, I think? It's old. It's old. No, it's not 360. I don't know what I have. I have an old one. It's very old. It's not the original Xbox. Maybe it is a 360. I don't know. That's how out of the loop with video games I am. But anyway, the ZeniMax Online Studio Director, this is an update, I didn't read the update yet, confirmed that they will continue to be supported exactly as it was and will fully expect to keep growing and thriving on each platform we are currently supported. So they are saying, yeah, we're going to keep on doing PS4, Mac, Stadia, etc., etc. Of course, Amazon's coming out with their own streaming service. I think that's one of the articles I threw out. The further update, Microsoft head of Xbox Phil Spencer confirmed that Bethesda would honor existing commitments to PS5 games like Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo. Future Bethesda games will be considering for other consoles on a case-by-case basis. Whoops! So I guess some of you guys may see some loss of some games over there in the future. So how long before we start seeing the antitrust Microsoft in the video game market? That'll be an interesting discussion. All right, these next couple stories, these are excellent. So YouTube brings back more human moderators because they found that the AI that they deployed on the system during COVID craziness was actually doubled the amount of incorrect takedowns. So they ramped this down and then hired a bunch more moderators to make sure that the AI would be corrected, because AI works so amazingly good and took down so many more videos than it should have. YouTube has just decided that coming up here in the next month or so, they're going to be deploying another big AI bot, and this time it's going to automatically age restrict videos. So there you go. That's going to mess all of us up over here on YouTube. Fortunately, I do cross-post these videos to BitChute as well. So if YouTube goes totally insane, find me on over there. But anyway, They're about to YouTube restrict more videos. They're rolling out more artificial intelligence powered technology because the first batch worked so well to catch more videos that may require age restrictions, meaning more viewers will be asked to sign into their accounts to verify their age before watching. That's exciting. Is it going to hit Switch to Linux? I don't know. I am definitely on their naughty list for whatever reason. I'm not even particularly all that saucy, but man, are they down regulating my channel. I'm not the only one though. There's a lot of guys that are. So definitely go ahead and make sure you're still subscribed if you think you are. All right. Also, what do we got here? We have a couple new articles here. You know what? Let's go ahead and do our affiliate hosting now because we're going to get into the good Linuxy type news here. So our affiliate today is A2 Hosting. If you are in need of a website, consider looking at A2 Hosting. This is where I have 30, 40, 50, however many client websites I have running over here on a big VPS. It works excellent. Prices are very good. You can get a VPS without cPanel starting at $5 a month. With cPanel, they're a little bit more because cPanel is expensive. You can do shared hosting as little as $3 a month to start. After you're done with your initial round, it jumps up to $8.99, which is still a pretty good deal in the hosting world. They do have free SSLs and easy install scripts, just so many other excellent things. When you actually reach out and call to them, you actually get somebody in your own country. That's actually a good sign. So overall, I've been using A2 Hosting now for a few years. I've been very happy with them. So go ahead and check them out if you are in need of a website. All right, and on to our last couple pieces of news. First, for us Linux users, these are all like Linuxy and good news type things. For us Linux users, Microsoft Edge is coming in October. I'm still scratching my head. Like, people don't even use Edge on Windows. Why do they want to use it on Linux? I mean, the reality is there are going to be cases where you might want to use it. There's going to be cases where people are going to want the Microsoft account login. It comes with it and things like that. And so I will check it out when I start seeing the previews coming down the pipeline. So I will go ahead and check it out as soon as I can. And then we'll get a chance to have a look at what it looks like. Is it going to be something I'm going to run long term? Probably not, because if there's any company I'm more scared of than Google, it would be Microsoft, for the love. But anyway, for those of us that do need to run it, we will have that option coming up. This is the new Chromium-based version of Edge. And of course, we all know that Internet Explorer is the #1 browser to download a better browser. I'm wondering what's going to happen with this. Although, I will say that with Mozilla's crazy shenanigans, Edge actually surpassed Firefox. Sorry, Firefox. You go get back into making good browsers again, and that'll be the case. Another one from Microsoft, the Surface Duo kernel code was released by Microsoft. This will make it easier to create custom ROMs. So again, this is part of this. Maybe Microsoft is indeed changing its tune a little bit. When we start seeing more things like this coming down the pipeline from Microsoft, it will build some more trust in the open source community. I'm still a little skeptical on them, but the fact that they are releasing the source code, presumably this means you can unlock the device and run your own custom ROMs on it. It very well may be a device I want to look at in the future, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I do have a Surface Pro, and the Surface Pro is a pretty good piece of hardware. I can say the hardware is pretty good. But anyway, they did release that code, so custom ROM developers will be able to get in there and do something and maybe release something out to the community, and we can have cool lineage type ROMs and stuff on a Microsoft product. That'd be fun, right? All right, last two articles. Lenovo is now selling OEM Ubuntu PCs to the general public. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All right. While Ubuntu's not my favorite distribution, it is a good distribution. I will completely agree to that. And the fact that they are now making this available to the general public, easier to find on dozens of models, is epic. This is the start of the Linux takeover, when people will start to see how easy it is to work, how we can actually use it, and that it can completely replace your operating systems. This is a good thing. And so Lenovo, kudos to you, Lenovo, for releasing it. We have a whole list here. We have ThinkPads, We have Think Stations here. So a variety of different OEMs. When I can go into Best Buy and start seeing these, that'll be awesome. I'm not sure if these are going to be available in these stores or if it will just be something easily available. Now, you could generally always get Ubuntu on some computer models. Dell, I think, had some direct-to-consumer ones, and I think HP had some direct-to-consumer ones. Lenovo's done it in the past, but I don't think they've ever done it direct-to-consumer. But this is like, what, 14, 15 or so? Oh, 27 models, mostly featuring 2004. Except for the L series laptops featuring Ubuntu 18.04. We are available for retail through Lenovo.com. They do have a footnote warning that some models may be limited to specific markets. So we'll have to go on over to Lenovo.com and check out where they are. If you are looking for a Linux distribution that's not Ubuntu and maybe not Pop! OS with System 76, although that's probably the one I'd lean you to, Elementary OS is now joining Slimbook. So this is a retail option for Elementary OS in a laptop and in a all-in-one format. So again, not my favorite distribution, but an excellent distribution overall. It's just not my personal cup of tea. See, my personal cup of tea. But anyway, it is a very good distribution. Now, this one I did check. It is not available in the United States as of now. So you guys over there in anti-Facebook land, you guys can go ahead and head on over to the Slimbook page and find out the information. If you're looking for something, this would be a good bet. Elementary is a good distribution. It's just not my favorite. But anyway, excellent news. We're starting to see Linux come out into places the general public can find it. This is a good thing, a very good thing. We need to push it. We need to say congratulations. We need to say thanks, and we need to maybe buy them because I bet that this will be a place you can get some of these computers that are not going to be excessively expensive at the same time. Lenovo's are not exactly known for being top of the line, but they are very good. I can say that. So anyway, there is our news for today. Thanks for coming along, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. I almost forgot what channel I was on for a second. Anyway, wow, long day. Woo! Alrighty. I got the coof, everyone. I got the coof. Being in the hot spot and all. Thousands of new cases. Alright, let's see. Oh, did I miss something? All right, also doing HDMI audio from Radon. All right, let's see. Could install the 5.8 kernel Linux Mint 20, but it's too late now. You can still add it later. You can go and install later kernels. Masks only work if everyone wears one or if you're robbing a bag. There you go. Hello, Anna Rita. Greetings. MS is going to ban mods on Besadia games. Oh boy. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You gamers, let me know. Fedora is my favorite distro. However, I do appreciate Arch Linux as well, just for the way Fedora handles packaging management and repositories. Installing Arch is also needlessly tedious. You can always do something like ArchFi or one of the other scripts that will easily install it. I think Linux 5.8 should be the next LTS kernel. Year of new Linux on laptop. Maybe 2021. Just in time for the end of the world. They'll be like, we finally made it! And then the end's going to come. So, you know. Let's see. Linux 5.4 LTS is meh. When is somebody going to break up the Microsoft monopoly? It was outrageous 10 years ago already. Yeah, I know. Hey, they're not the total monopoly until they bust into the cell phone market, too. I mean, they failed at that one. Human 1803 and newer must be asleep at the wheel with kernels not being checked anymore. YouTube may want all the data for a YouTube video. There you go, yeah. Linux Mint 18 is going to support soon. Yeah, it's, what, April 21, I think? Does that mean I'm actually going to have to update my computer finally? I don't want to update my computer. Let's see. Microsoft Edge coming to Linux. No. YouTube only finds Spider-Man Elsa videos acceptable. Don't really need another Chromium browser on Linux, though, do we? Yeah. YouTube Authoritarian Edition. Apple is the number 2 computing platform in the PC market. Microsoft on Linux. Now they're reaching. Yeah. You corded IBM keyboards, but I like wireless trackballs. Don't like swinging a mouse around by the tail. Yeah. Morbid curiosity. There you go. Yeah. I use Edge on Linux. I'm sticking with Chrome. Love to see Lineage on the Surface Duo. Yeah, that would be epic. We use OEM laptops with Arch Linux pre-installed in retail. Let's see. Lenovo computers with Linux available to the general public. Must be dreaming. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Lenovo's good. My Arch computer is a Lenovo. And so is my writing computer, actually. I have that. I have a Surface. I have 2 Dell laptops. 2 Dell mini towers. The big custom beast and this MacBook Air. And probably some other ones I'm forgetting about. Star Labs sells Linux with sells computers with MX Linux. Very good. Amentros is pretty. I'm a Fedora girl. Could never cheat on her for Mac OS clone. Yeah. Mac is dying. ThinkPad with Fedora pre-install is next. I have another never use Edge. All right. All right. So we are putting security and we're doing security and smart tech because I had 2 security ones I wanted to get to and only 3 smart tech. And I need that as well. This will be interesting navigating this. Going from security to smart tech. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. We are going to do security today, and we are also going to do smart tech today. So, these are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. First article, the feds, oh boy, the feds are on something again. They issue emergency patch orders for a critical Windows flaw. And this is the zero login, I think. There were so many security patches, I can't remember which one I threw in the news. So this one is a security patch. I think this is a zero login. Why do they not tell me which one it is? Zero login, yes. So the zero login, this is something affecting more of your servers. So what this is you could get in between a server and what it needed, I believe, for the DNS controller. I'm not a security guy, so I might have something wrong. If somebody else is contradicting what I'm saying on YouTube, probably listen to them. But if you go in between there and as you're passing through the data, you intercept it with a lot of zeros, it will log you in and give you root access. And so this will allow basically like a Trojan type attack to get in there and take over the entire server. And then you can do anything that you want from inside of there. So this week, the government basically said, if you don't patch your system, it has to come off of the internet this week. And so with that, the exploit they found is much easier than expected. And I'm trying to think if this is the one we saw in the wild this week. No, the one we saw in the wild this week is Loki Bot, and that's actually the next one we have. So binary edge services show that 30,000 domain controllers are viewable and another 1.3 million servers have RPC exposed. In the event either of these settings apply to a single server, it may be vulnerable. So there's 2 separate things that have to be there. If both of them are available, then NetLogin will be able to access it. So this is a pretty bad one, but it's affecting your server systems. The next one is LokiBot. This is malware that steals your most sensitive data. This is a Trojan, and this one will affect the desktop computers. This guy here, you will get this. I hate some of these security stuff because like they'll give you all like every detail under the sun, but not tell you how it actually infects you. Is this a worm that's just going to show up? Do I have to open an attachment? Do I have to visit a bad website? Very simple. Just tell me one of those three things. Well, it turns out after digging for about an hour, this is something that gets installed when you open a malicious attachment. So do not open an unexpected attachment from, Mr. Bebob's number 32 at russia.ru or mail.ru, whatever. So anyway, this guy here, it basically is a Trojan. You get it installed by opening up the attachment. Once it gets in there and installs itself, then it can go in, pull in other malware, and then it starts hunting your computer for anything and everything and just starts shipping data off. Basically, it's a little spy. So, make sure that you are being cautious about that. If you're running Windows, make sure your virus libraries are up to date and keep your systems up to date. And I believe this one was a Windows only one. Like I said, there were so many news articles, I threw some of them out. I believe this one was a Windows only one. And so if it's not going to affect us on running Linux, so go ahead and switch to Linux. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and jump on over to our affiliate because we have the rest of the articles are all our home stuff. And so here, what we're going to be looking at is Synaptergy. This is my science fiction novel, if you like some of the crazy science fiction-y stuff going around in the world. I actually base this off of a real-life company. See if you can identify which company it is. And you can actually find this pretty much anywhere where you buy books online. You can grab it directly from us or Amazon, Audible with the audiobooks, also iTunes audiobooks, iTunes also for the ebook. We have Kobo, Barnes & Noble, we have Google Audiobook. There's a lot of different places you can buy the book. Over on the website, you can read chapter 1 if you want to have a read through it, see if it captures your attention, or you can just listen to the first 5 minutes of the book on the audio preview. So you can head on over there to synaptergy.com or tlm.li/s, and that's going to give you all of those links there. So with that, let's go ahead and dive on back to the news. So in the smart tech news, traders are set to don virtual reality headsets in their home offices. So the COOF sent everybody home. And with everybody working from home, the day traders are like, man, I missed the hustle and the bustle of the office. And so VR to the rescue. Now these guys can have this giant, massive VR display with excess amounts of crap all in front of them, and they can get all their work done with just a little computer and just be thinking that they're in the crazy place that's going to induce the heart attack due to stress. Is this awesome? You can get a stress-induced heart attack working from home by wearing VR. I mean, this is the latest and the greatest in smart technology. In all seriousness, though, this is an interesting concept, particularly for things like day traders that do have very complicated jobs. It's actually neat to be able to see that you can actually do some of this stuff. Am I a customer? Not personally, but hey, it's a cool option anyway. All right, next we have Ring's latest security camera is a drone that flies around inside your house. I don't know if I want to put this in Sillyville or Smart Tech, but I had a boatload of Sillyville and only a few Smart Tech. So basically it kind of sits inside your house. It's just always here. It's always on. It's always listening. I can feel it. I can feel it. And if it hears something, it gets up and flies around. And it will fly around your house. You gotta love the little video, of course. Here's the video. See, if you really want to make that thing threatening, you got to mount some twin machine guns on there. It's going to get over there. It's going to find the intruder. It's going to blow you away. Now, again, we have to ask the fundamental questions about this. In this crazy COVID world where everyone's like required to wear masks running around, why is somebody breaking your house without a mask on? I mean, if I wanted to go down and start committing robberies and burglaries and otherwise committing crime, I'd have no problem. Just mask up, baby, put something bigger on, cover everything else up, and go commit my crime. I'd be good with it. You know, I mean, really. So anyway, but now we have this Ring camera that's inside your house now. It has complete free reign access of your home. Indoor only, 1080p video, only records in flight, enclosed propellers, and integrates with a Ring alarm. I absolutely loved the comments. This is one of the comment sections that I just got a chuckle out of reading. When you manage to turn the Verge readers against your Amazon product, you know you've stepped too far. We're not going to read the first one. What? Anyway, beep. We don't say those words in this channel. I know what you're feeling, but it's weird, but I still want one. I love the one where the guy says, will I be able to find it or not? There's too many comments on here now. One guy's like, yeah, when you're not home, the thing's going to be flying around taking photos. It's going to be taking photos. It sees the bristles on your toothbrush are worn down. It sees your shampoo is a little bit low, and all of a sudden in your feed, you're going to start getting ads for toothbrushes and soap. So there you go. Equal amazed and scared of the thing. I'd love to be able to make a scan whenever I'm not home, but all the privacy and data collection, not to mention Ring's past issues, such an evil product. Some people were asking, I wonder if the police can turn this thing on and scout around your house and see what you're doing. I mean, good stuff. I don't know if they updated the article. They actually released, The Verge released another one, which was a line of questions about it, which was definitely worth looking at, but I had too many news to go ahead and cover it. But anyway, would you guys want a flying drone Amazon Ring camera recording HD video throughout your house? I mean, some people were asking, like, what if the thing goes in there when, you and your spouse are doing the nasties? I mean, really, what's the thing going on here? All right, finally, our last story here. The police arrest an apparently sleeping Tesla driver going 93. Vehicle had both front seats completely reclined, according to police. So, police in Alberta, Canada, arrest the driver who in July was going 140 kilometers per hour, which is 87 miles an hour, in a Tesla Model S. The Mounties said, did the horse catch up with him? The officer reported seeing both front seats completely reclined and both occupants appearing to be sleeping. The car appeared to be self-driving. They said when the officer turned on his emergency lights, the vehicle sped up. Aren't these things supposed to slow down when the emergency lights turn on? I thought that was literally one of the things they said. Hey, the thing will turn down if there's a police behind it. Nope! It's like, oh no, the cops are on us. Go! And the thing is just running. So eventually they pulled over a 20-year-old driver and charged him with speeding. They later added dangerous driving charge, which he says, I'm sorry, I refuse. I was not driving. The Mounties release doesn't explain why the vehicle sped up after the officer activated emergency lights. We're pretty sure autopilot doesn't have a flee from police function. It's possible that the reclining driver wasn't actually asleep, instead was conducting some kind of prank. If so, it certainly seems like a dangerous one. Oh boy, guys, this is why I don't want Teslas on the road with autonomous driving. This is why we need to have the answers to the questions now. If autopilot is engaged, who is actually at fault when there is an accident? Because it's happened a lot. Are we going to hold Tesla accountable for these? They have full computer access. They are actively feeding data. They do over-the-air updates. It seems to me they should be liable for breaking a lot of these laws and if damage is incurred. So let me know what you think about this and the other stories in the comments down below. All right, let's see. Close that one up. Close that one up. Don't use Edge on Windows, yeah. Tried Firefox Windows 10 and Defender called it a virus. Really? That's fascinating. I remember trying out Opera several years ago and had numerous viruses. Okay. Brave will set itself as default browser in Arch Manjaro. Sandbox just prevents it from detecting for some reason. You can edit the command file and desktop file and bypass the check. All right. Jaro uses Firefox as the default browser. All right. My neighbor read your book, Lockdown. He said to me the other day, Anna, that lockdown book scares me, but that is the world we live in. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you guys have not seen Lockdown, that one's actually a completely free download. Let me grab the link for that. So that is over on WorldWare Press. I'll just go ahead and drop the WorldWare Press link down here. So that you can actually get information on Synaptry. But if you click down on Lockdown and get your More Information tab, you can go ahead and read it, and you can just download it. We're not collecting any data or anything. It's just free download. You can freely distribute it as well. So you can go ahead and do that. But yeah, it's, you know, and when I wrote it, literally I wrote this back in March when places were just starting to lock down. Little did I realize it was a prophetic book that some of the things I wrote about are actually happening. They're actually happening. There are places you are being locked up at gunpoint. And they are in what are supposed to be free countries. I must be a prophet. I must be a prophet. Like Synaptry, waiting for the sequel. I will be starting on the sequel soon. The book I'm working on right now is very intense. And so I usually write 2 books at the same time. I'm only writing 1 right now, though, because of the intensity of the one I have going on. So we'll have more information about that soon. I'm hoping to open up the call for beta readers in the next couple of weeks. There's going to be 2 phases. There's going to be an alpha read and a beta read. Alpha read are going to be handpicked people. Beta read is going to be an open call. And then once that one's kind of in the beta reading mode, then I will be starting the sequel for Synaptry. Oh, wow. Bing user data leaked all 5 of them. Yep. I believe command line argument is something like no check default. Change exec brave browser, no check file. Yep. Stroked by VR. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Keep the kitty occupied. Who flies the drone? Yeah, the Amazon employee. Pull over. Go away. I'm sleeping. Nice one. Solobu over on Discord. Robot camera spaceship that flies around the house. That's right. Grub 2 won't load anymore. Really? Huh. Put it on the crook and let the cat do the rest. There you go. A drone to fly around your house. Look at people having flies on the house is enough, so no thank you. Yeah. An intruder scared by a tiny piece of plastic drone? Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, hey, you're already on video. You may as well go ahead and rob the joint. Lord of the Rings and Sauron's all-seeing eye. I think Amazon is also making Lord of the Rings TV series. Netflix is, I believe. Wasn't that a Netflix or was that a Prime? I don't know. Actually did a Linux distro from California. Changed my BIOS. Bank robber. Yeah, I couldn't do it because I forgot my mask. Think of some other uses for the Ring camera drone. There you go. Yeah. Drone will have to 3D scan your home like the robot vacuum. Yeah, that was another comment somebody had in the article. If I have the drone Ring and a Roomba, will they become friends? We are less than 3 weeks away from 4-year anniversary of this channel. Found your videos not long after 2016. Yeah, I actually created the account somewhere in July, I think, of 2016, and I pushed the first videos public. It was early. When was it? I thought it was like early October. When I launched them in 2016. I think that's the case because I waited until I had some videos. So, oh, that reminds me. I almost forgot, guys. Well, we have a quorum here. Before we get to our last section, I need your opinions and votes, everybody. Let me just minimize you for a second. Hopefully that doesn't mess up my thing there. But what I am trying to decide on... Whoa, hold on. I need to pull up 2 separate videos. What do I need to do here? All right. There's that, and there's that. All right. So I need your guys' thoughts on this. We are redesigning the website, and I am stuck on, do we go with a light mode or a dark mode for the new website? So here is the dark mode that we have. And here is the light mode. We are going to change the fonts regardless. And I'm going to change these link colors over here. But for the rest, here's your dark. Here's your light. Here's your dark. Here's your light. Let me know which one you guys think looks better for the redesign of the site. So let me know that in the comments there. And I am attempting to figure that out. Have the old car battery attached to the window frames. It is on the solar panel on the front porch, and I'm thinking of hooking it up probably soon. So like in the summertime, I don't get as much sunlight on the front, but I get a boatload in the back, and so I run it on the back deck. And now that it's approaching winter, it charges best actually on the porch. And so I'm thinking in the next couple weeks, I'll probably bring it in. Let's see. Tesla should cover all the insurance caused by accidents. There you go. Yeah. Mozilla announced that they shut down 2 products. Yes, Firefox Send and Notes. Yep. So you guys that offered to send me a copy of Aliens to watch, we're not doing it through Firefox Send. You can only flash BIOS on Windows computer. If you have an extra hard drive, you can install it. Yeah, it depends on your motherboard, though. Some motherboards will allow you to flash by a USB. Car gets stolen and the robber kills somebody driving your car, you will be put in jail for the murder. Yeah, that makes 0 sense. Things are happening that you predicted, so you're to blame. Yes, I am to blame. I caused it all. I had this massively, massively popular book that went around the whole world, but nobody heard about it. And it gave all of these tyrannical governors and leaders their ideas. Yes, it was my fault. Hey, how's it going, Vince? You got 1 section left, Vince. We got Sillyville left, but you made it for Sillyville, and I think it's a good one. All right. His first chat here with Razzies was my avatar. All right. I think so. Netflix put cuties on just for Biden. No comment. No comment. All right. I need an absentee ballot. Don't worry. I've already received 3 of them in the mail. You'll get some. First video channel is dated October 8th. All right. We have dark, 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 light, dark, light, dark. So it's still 50-50. My lands. Dark, bright, white, blue. Blue light damages your peepers. Let's see. Dark, but can leave... dark mode, but can leave with the light. Yeah, it's one option. I will look into a toggle button, but that's going to get into a lot of crazy JavaScript, I'm pretty sure. And I'm trying to avoid that. But we'll see what I can do. Dark is always first choice these days. That's the thing. In these days, more people like dark than light. And so I'm kind of, I don't know where I'm leaning right now. I like the light better, honestly, but we'll see. Light, can't see the text with the dark. All right. Okay, exactly why don't you like the dark at all? Yeah. Lighter dark mode selector. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. If Texas color is colored correctly, dark mode is easier on the eyes. Yeah, I think maybe I just bump up the text a little bit. That would be a good thing too. All right, there should be a gray mode for balanced neutral look. Gradient, yeah, boy. All right. We have over on Discord, we have 2 more votes for dark. I don't know, you guys might be calling for dark mode. We might have to do dark. Might have to do dark. All right, guys, we're going to go to Sillyville, all right? Is that all right? We can hit Sillyville. Let's go ahead and hit Sillyville. Boy, we got some Sillyville. All right, we're going to leave my comments right there. All right. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Sillyville edition, everybody. Are you guys all ready for Sillyville? I know you are. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to catch the show live. First, we have an update. Last week, of course, we learned that the brand new iOS 14 had the first time ever you can switch your default application until you reboot the system. Then it just reverted back to the Mail app and Safari, things like that. Well, 14.01 was just released, and that has fixed the bug. So Apple did get it right. It took the update, and maybe to quote Jim Lovell, maybe, I think we've just had our glitch for this mission. Yeah, famous last words. But anyway, are we ready for this insanity, guys? Are we ready? I mean, this is a serious article. Take a couple of deep breaths. We are going to dive into the Sillyville. And I had so many Sillyville articles, I actually had to throw some out. So we are getting the best of the best of the best. First article. The flight to nowhere is sold out. So you book the flight. It leaves. It does a little circle. And it lands right back in the same airport you took off from. People who miss flying are rushing to buy tickets for flights that land in the same place they depart from. An in-flight screen map of the recent flight to nowhere on Royal Brunei Airlines. Now, maybe this isn't too unusual. I mean, you guys have ever been on one of the train rides where you jump on the train, you do a nice train ride around the country, it loops around, you see some beautiful lakes, some beautiful mountains, some beautiful fields, maybe a city or two, and then you land right on back. I mean, really, how is this any different? You're just booking the flight, you're getting up there, you're just seeing a bunch of clouds from the air. And then you fly around, you get some really bad honey roasted peanuts, and then you land back at the same airport and you get to go home. You don't even have to pay for long-term parking. This, guys, is the business opportunities. So in August, Harif, is it Najri Harif, DJ at Crystal FM radio station in Brunei set foot on an airport for the first time in 6 months. The experience, he said, was exhilarating. Sure, moving through the Brunei International Airport was different with masks, glass dividers, social distancing protocols in place, but nothing could beat the anticipation of getting on a plane again. His destination, nowhere. He is one of thousands of people in Brunei, Taiwan, Japan, and Australia who have started booking flights that start and end in the same place. Some airlines call these scenic flights. Others are more direct, calling them flights to nowhere. And what do we notice? He's not even wearing a mask. So they went through the airport, masked up, social distance in place, getting everything in place to sit on an airplane with a bunch of perfect strangers and nobody's wearing a mask. I present to you the insanity that is 2020, people. Like, sure, okay, well, this guy's wearing a mask, I see. Okay, no mask, no mask, no mask, no mask, no mask. No. Is anybody wearing a mask other than this guy front center? This guy that stood up. So it's like a restaurant. You can sit down and take off your mask when you're packed like sardines into the airplane. This is why, people, I'm not taking this crap seriously, all right? Anyway, Xbox One X sales skyrocket because people are buying the wrong console. Xbox One X is not the Xbox X Series X that's coming out. This is because Microsoft has always had a fundamental problem naming their products. They are incompetent baboons when it comes to naming their products. This is the company that has a software package called Outlook and an email application called Outlook. I mean, I can understand two completely different companies naming something the same thing. Okay? Like two completely different companies. And there's examples of that in the world, and I can't think of any off the top of my head. But when you have the same company, I have a problem with Outlook. Outlook your email or Outlook your mail client? They did it with the Surface. The Surface, the first Surface, was an abominable nightmare because they had the Surface and the Surface RT. One of them is an ARM-based application that does nothing because it has this Windows Store and you can't install anything but the Windows Store. The other one was a full Windows PC. They're both called the Surface. Okay, what other examples did they have? Oh, when Windows 8 first came out, they had the Internet Explorer application and the Internet Explorer app, which were two completely different things. This is a common theme of Microsoft stupidity. They have no earthly idea how to name anything. And so they already have the Xbox One X, then they make the Xbox Series X. And the Xbox One X has sold out because people thought they were buying the new Series X. Let the buyer beware, apparently. But this is indeed a fundamental problem with Microsoft not knowing how to name their products. And they do this all the time. This is like a common thing for them. All right, well, if your internet is not working and it's consistently not working, make sure that nobody is running an ancient television in your neighborhood. Because an old TV set interfered with an entire village's DSL internet each day for 18 months. So engineers traced the interference with a spectrum analyzer. They're running around here trying to figure out why in the world. It's like the company's like, DSL's working. Everything seems to be fine. It just doesn't work. Well, it turns out that this resident came down every morning at 7 a.m. and turned on his TV. If you know anything about old retired people, they tend to turn on their TV and they turn them on really loud. Why nobody knew this guy didn't have a TV on is beyond me. Or maybe they just didn't realize it was such an ancient old thing. So there's something about this ancient old television that was interfering with the DSL signals. So they go through and they say, Amber Hosen mysteriously experienced outages each morning at 7 a.m. OpenReach, a BT subsidiary that provides internet service in the UK, replaced the old cables in the village in an attempt to stop the outages. Unfortunately, this didn't resolve the problem, so they began sleuthing for electromagnetic interference with the aid of a spectrum analyzer. According to an article in ISP Preview, so the article has a lengthy quote from the OpenReach engineer, Michael Jones, who said, quote, "Not being able to solve the fault for our customers left us feeling frustrated and downbeat, but we were determined to get to the bottom of it," end quote. He explains what happens next. Having exhausted all our avenues, we wanted to do one final test to see if the fault was being caused by a phenomenon known as shine, or single high-level impulse noise, where electrical interference is emitted from an appliance that can have an impact on broadband connectivity. Using a device called a spectrum analyzer, we walked up and down the village in the torrential rain at 6 a.m. to see if we could find any electronic noise to support our theory. And 7 a.m., like clockwork, it happened. Our device picked up a large burst of electrical interference in the village. Source of the electrical noise was traced to a property in the village. It turns out 7 a.m. every morning, the occupant would switch on their old TV, which would in turn knock out broadband for the entire village. As you can imagine, when we pointed this out to the resident, they were mortified that their old secondhand TV was the cause of an entire village's broadband internet. They immediately agreed to switch it off and not use it again. Nah, I fail to believe that. He's gone, what do you mean? You and your finagled things. Shut up. I'm watching my shows. I hope that somebody in the village, the greatest news, if somebody in the village is watching this, because you can get internet now, I mean, please, you're inconveniencing this gentleman. He can't watch his TV anymore. Someone please go buy him a modern TV so he can come down and turn on his TV at 7 a.m. and not interfere with the internet. All right, really. So that was just glorious. I just thought that was such a glorious thing. All right, before we finish up the last couple of articles, if you want to help support the channel, we do have a new Subscribe Star page. We are still on Patreon and Think Life Media as well. Links for those are in the description, but we are also now on Subscribe Star /switchedtolinux. If you want to come on over and support us over there, you can go ahead and find the link for that in the description below. All right, next, Microsoft Teams is getting fake coffee shops, break rooms, and custom layouts. Lots of new features for pandemic-era meetings. So here you go. You can, do they have the Roman Colosseums, I think? Let's flip through all these pictures here. So here's everyone on their conferences. You can kind of put them in these variety of different places. But then they're doing things like, do they have... They have pictures there. They had break rooms. They have coffee shops. You can go to a coffee shop. I guess you can hang out by the water cooler, make your plans to not see each other because no one's allowed to actually see each other. But you can go and talk about the latest, TV or whatever else. So yeah, Microsoft Teams, because we are apparently now a society of total infants, is now getting fake coffee shops, breakout rooms, and custom layouts because we can't actually take our work seriously, apparently. Is ready for our feature story today. This came out of UK, and this is called St. John Ambulance, and this is an organization that helps raise awareness and do. They basically want to help people understand how we need to navigate emergencies in COVID land, and so new strategies for CPR have been released. So you guys that are knowledgeable in CPR, you need to understand these are the new trips for doing CPR, particularly if you are in UK. First, what is CPR? It is cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Not anymore, it's just called CP. Okay, because they're leaving the pulmonary part out of it. Apparently, we don't need to breathe. As long as your heart is going, you're good. Let this sink in, people. This is why I'm not taking this stuff seriously, okay? We've updated our guidance due to the COOF. Do not perform rescue breaths on a casualty. Don't do it. If an adult is unresponsive and not breathing, normally you still need to call. In their case, it's 999-112. Here it's 911. For emergency help and start CPR right away. For more information, check out the Resuscitation Council, which, by the way, we'll have to have a look at the Resuscitation Councils because that's a glorious thing there as well. All right, so number one, what to do. Number one, if you find somebody collapsed, you should first perform a primary survey. Do not place your face close to theirs. Now, if I remember, now, I did my CPR training about 20 years ago, so it's probably changed. We did the ABCs. Check your airway, check your breathing, check your circulation. Okay? Or was that cardio? There was C was something. Check your airway. Is there something lodged in his throat? Check his breathing. C, here, look at the chest. See if he's breathing. C, check if there's a pulse. Okay, good. If somebody's done do it primary, do not place your face close to theirs. If you establish from this that they are unresponsive and not breathing, you should ask a helper to call the emergency help. While you start CPR, ask the helper to find a defibrillator if available. Ask your partner to put the phone on speaker and hold it out towards you so they can maintain a 2-meter distance. Because somebody dying on the ground is very clearly a danger. Like, don't worry about the guy dying on the ground. I don't want to risk spreading the coof. Okay? You are on your own. If you are on your own, use the hands-free speaker on the phone so you can start CPR. No, it's CR. I said CP earlier. It's CR. No P anymore. No P anymore. Do not leave the casualty to look for the defib. Before you start CPR, use a towel or piece of clothing and lay it over the mouth and nose. Put an object over the mouth and the nose of the person who's not breathing. Start CPR, start CR, kneel by the casualty and put the heel of your hand in the middle of their chest. Put your fingers together, it's like this, okay? Compressions. I have news for you people. You medical people who came up with this. There is 0 point in pumping the heart if there is not if there is not oxygen in the blood. Blood moving through your body doesn't do anything if there's not air. You have to breathe in them. There is no CPR without a breath. Do these morons not realize this? But yes, you do need to place a cloth over their face because clearly you don't want the coof. Continue CPR until emergency help arrives. The person starts showing signs of life. Wherever possible, the helper should keep distance 2 meters. Finally, put them in recovery position, kind of on their side. Was this information helpful? No, it absolutely was not. Oh, wait. I need more information. Oh, man, they're not going to give me that. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a look at the Resuscitation Council statement. This was interesting. These are some of the updates for the COOF. Like first and foremost, you got to read all this kind of stuff, which is all like consult all of the guides. Wait, what? Guidance may change. Healthcare workers should consult recommendations of the World Health Organization and the Department of Health and the Social Care Health for information. So if somebody's collapsed down, I got to spend the time to look into all this stuff, apparently. If you're untrained or unable to do rescue breaths, give chest compression only, blah, 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 which doesn't actually do anything. Recognize cardiac arrest, looking for the absence. Oh, boy. No real new information there. I thought there was a lot more there. Maybe it looked bigger at 3:30 in the morning. But anyway, there you have it, guys. Somebody collapses, they need rescue breaths, just let them die. You don't want to possibly get an infection that actually has like a 0.0, what are we at now? I think we're at like a 0.02% fatality rate now, because somebody passed out needing rescue breaths is clearly not nearly as big as a health risk as potentially getting the COOF. Welcome to 2020, people. I have nothing else to say. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Yeah. Void Vector, thank you for that super chat. Love the channel. Always a good time here. Also, did you hear about the bio button? I did not hear about the bio button. Tell me about the bio button. Oh, my lands. Okay, let's see. Dark gray, deep red web pages. Let's see. Way to be influenced. No, we're keeping our colors. All right. I attempt to create a gray mode plasma color scheme. There you go. I think the world stole your silly villa day. You're to blame. Oh, boy. Sounds like United's plan for luggage. YouTube on screen text says Silly Bill. Does it say Silly Bill? Huh. Oh, I might have. If it's in the description of the video, I don't care. Maybe I'll fix it if I think about it. I gotta give them proper props for original thinking. They've been doing sightseeing flights to the Antarctic for ages. There you go. The Pope went there last year. I think the South Pole had a big secret. Yeah. What if we got lost? Yeah. Favorite flight to nowhere was the Langaniers. Why can Microsoft put a Y instead of an X? Don't put a Y instead of an X because men are evil. My days. Masks were worn by Zorro and hold-up men in the Western movies. That's right. Like, I remember the one bank I used to do business with, they're like, you're not allowed to wear a mask in here. You're not allowed to wear hats in here. You're not even allowed to wear sunglasses in here. Take it all off. Now it's like, don't come in here without a mask. Like mother-in-law says, clerk, I want one of those bags to go to Tampa and the other to Dallas. They won't like it one bit. Oh, boy. Zorro was a right-wing concealed carry vigilante. Went to the bank the other day and it felt totally wrong having on a mask. Oh, boy. Let's see. Make plans for nowhere. Last sentence. Registered article about broadband issues due to an old TV is wonderful. Which makes this a rare case of turning it off and turning it on again, not fixing something. Oh, yes. Yes. Zorro for president. Problem solved. Yeah. Outage might be 5G. Blame it on the TV and quietly aim the tower away from residents. Yeah. Village EMP experiment using TV. TV is not connected to the phone line. Yeah, but every device emits electromagnetic pulses. So, particularly if it was something old enough, it was still pushing something out. Agatha Christie would have been proud of that mystery. Next up, man dropped an egg on his frying pan, knocked out the power for an entire continent. That's right. All right. Okay, thank you again, Void Vector, for that super chat. Let's see. Calls. Yeah, there you go. Having 3 letters helps you remember what to do. Just call it CP is stupid. Yeah. Okay, couldn't imagine going on medical calls now. When I was a firefighter, watch people come back to life due to CPR, turn around and sue the fire department for bruises on their chest. Yeah. Out here in Pennsylvania, we have a Good Samaritan law. So if me as an average citizen goes and saves somebody's life, they're not allowed to sue me for damages. But if a paramedic saves your life, you are allowed to sue the paramedic for damages because the Good Samaritan law does not apply to the paramedic. Go figure that one out, somebody. CPR, smash ribs, pulse heart. The person can't actually die in you, can they? Yeah. Help block the airway if you're trying to resuscitate. So how are you supposed to breathe for that person? No, you're not supposed to. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Use gloves. If the victim has a mask on, just breathe through it. Airfare is tight. Oh, COVID air is dangerous. Just pulse heart. Yeah, I was trained to pump the chest while singing the Bee Gees song, Staying Alive. Actually, they did reference that in the article. Not sure, but I think chest compressions do enough to deflate the lungs without the mouth to mouth. Well, if that were the case, though, then the mouth to mouth wouldn't be a thing. Anybody else confirm one way or the other? So DeVos Oakland University wants students sticking to their skin to monitor them to contact trace. Apparently sticks to your chest and you leave it on. Not interested in that. Holy dystopian, Batman. Yeah, stick this to your body, please. No. I'm sorry. I think I read about that thing in the book of Revelation, didn't I? Apparently, California's being completely burned down and Florida will be submerged into the Atlantic. There you go. Actual CPR is best done the Navy way. Use their legs to force air in and out of the lungs while pulsing the heart. See, there you go. I'll do that one. Okay. Sure the power cord is not plugged in when you remove the CMOS battery. Wait at least 5 minutes. Video of the day. The 8-bit guy fried an old computer power supply, turning it on with a paper clip. Uh-oh. Air Force, we do it. The Navy kind of stuff too. See interference issues all the time. My favorite was orthopedic clinic where CT scanner was in the room that was supposed to have been shielded, but the contractor was cheating. Got it, kitty. Sure you'd want a Marine to do CPR on anyone? Yeah. Opinion on the TikTok sale. Has it actually sold at this point? I haven't really been following it. It was going to be sold to this company, then to that company, then this company, then that company, then none at all. I don't care. Here's my thought. Just avoid TikTok. Can we agree to that one? Just avoid TikTok? Is it malware? No. Is it good? No. All right, guys. I think it's about time. Let's feed the beast. Feed the beast. Feed the beast. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy, kitty. Oh boy. Oh, he's drooling. He's drooling. Look at this drool. Look at the kitty drool. Ew, it's kitty drool. Kitty, I'm going to wipe up your kitty drool with your paw. Hope you know that. Or your fuzzy snake. All right, that's enough. You're drooling. It's Mavla's cat. There's a bunch more on my thumb yet. Here. See? No, this side of the thumb. There you go. All right, Katie. You need to clean your drool up off my desk. What's it going to be? Your paw? Here, look that up. Is it going to be your paw? Is it going to be your tail? Is it going to be your belly? Here, we'll use your paw. He's like, oh, don't use my paw. We'll use your tail then. There we go. All right, there we go. We cleaned the kitty drool up. Kitty's got a built-in towel. Right, Kitty? He's like, I got a built-in towel. Kitty versus unicorn. Kitty's like, I don't care. Oh, boy. Opera got viruses. I'm not a big... I don't really know if I want to trust it. Chest pumps deflate while breaths re-inflate. We had mouth guards to keep the face contact separate from his police officer. That was then. This is... Who knows? Yeah. All of the social media execs should be in prison for wiretapping. Yeah, I might be inclined to agree with you on that one. Feed the beast. You receive CPR from a Marine, you'll never get the taste of crayons out of your mouth. Spoiler alert, Oracle bought it. Okay, Oracle eventually bought it. All right. Legs together will act like a choke thrust, dislodging airways. Marines are the best, but they are programmed big time. Yep. Verizon is going to purchase Comcast in 2022. That's exciting. Doing the stream on that laptop? No. The stream is done on that beast right there. You can see the back of it right now. It's a monster. Where's it at? You probably can't see anything down there. No, that's a huge Ryzen. That laptop's just, that's just my my Mac. It's just the easiest small computer I have to sit over here and monitor the Discord chat. The Surface I have is actually smaller, but I'm already using Discord over here, so don't care. All right. Jokes aside, as an Army retiree, I take exception to the idea that anyone in the service is somehow programmed. Side point of view, there's some kind of mild conditioning, but nobody's programmed. JK about Verizon. I don't know. You may not want to rescind it yet. All right, guys. All right. We will go ahead and wrap this one up right about here. We have a video tomorrow premiering on Linux Mint's new web app manager. We'll be looking at that, talking a little bit about it. Well, Anna Rita, I'm sorry about your OCD, but when you have 10 computers, there is no neat way to make the wiring go. So, not supposed to sweep the mouth anymore. It was shown to complete blockages rather than clearing the airway. Yeah, I would imagine that that's probably the case. All right, guys, we will wrap this one up. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, premiering the video, and then we'll just have some of these news clips. If you missed the news clips, we'll have the edited news clips go up over the weekend. And then we will be back on Monday or Tuesday. I might be back Monday. I might be back Tuesday. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everybody. And we will catch you guys later.